Cloud gaming is now available on your Xbox consoles, and there is a new update for Xbox this November, so let's take a look at it. Welcome back to another video, guys. If you enjoy daily Xbox content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Xbox first announced Xbox Cloud Gaming xCloud, and they announced the cross-generational games are going to be coming to the Xbox platform for a number of years after the release of the Xbox Series X and S. One of the ways that I thought was a genius move to implement this and to allow people with an Xbox One who don't want to upgrade to a Series X and S, but still experience those next generation games, was to allow them to access xCloud on their Xbox One consoles. Now, this has been in beta for a while, but it is officially launching now in 25 countries. So you're going to be able to access Xbox Cloud Gaming through your Xbox Series X and S and through your Xbox One, meaning that you're going to be able to preview games before you download them. Just play them on the cloud rather than waiting for them to download. And then if you like it, go ahead and fully download the game so you can play it natively on your console. And for somebody who still has an Xbox One still playing on those, they're going to now be able to experience all of the next generation games coming to specifically the Xbox Series X and S. This is great for two reasons. One, obviously they get to experience it, opens that ecosystem up even more beyond just the Series X and S PC and mobile gaming, gives that over to people who are still on even the base Xbox One or the Xbox One S. But two, it's going to allow developers to not really be restricted if they want more people to play their games. They're going to be able to utilize the power of the Series X to create their games and make sure that they run really well on those and not have to worry about being held down by the Xbox One console, because technically if you have an Xbox One, you're still going to be able to access all of those next generation games. So this is a great feature. Happy to see Xbox bringing this out, and if you are waiting for it to come, it will be coming. Just will need to be patient because they are going to be rolling out this with the November release of the Xbox update, which I'm going to talk about soon. And it's going to start with a subset of Xbox gamers and then scale to all gamers in the supported market. So make sure you keep your eye out for Xbox Cloud Gaming on your Xbox console in the coming weeks. Jumping over here to the November update, there is actually a decent amount of stuff here that they're adding to Xbox, some feature improvements, all that kind of stuff, and I think it's actually a really good update. So the first one is accessibility color filters. There's now going to be more color filters that you're going to be able to use if you are colorblind or have difficulty seeing certain shades. And to access this, you're going to go to your settings, your accessibility, and your color filters, and you can see here where you can kind of put that color correction in. So when you're playing a game where colors are very important to be seen, you're going to be able to easily distinguish one from the other. Now, this is a great feature for accessibility just in general, but even for somebody like myself. Now, I don't consider myself colorblind. My wife says I'm colorblind, but I don't really think I am. But I have trouble sometimes seeing close colors. So for example, when I play FIFA at my friend's house, sometimes we play 2v2, and the colors of the players you control can be like a blue and like a purple, and sometimes the shades to me look very similar. I don't know why. That's just the way my eyes work, and it's hard for me to always have to deal with that when I'm playing the game. So I always make sure that the controllers are switched around, so like it's blue and yellow on the same team and maybe red and purple on the other team. But with this feature here, now I may not have to worry about that as much, as I can go in there, put those accessibility features on, and never really have to worry about making sure that the right player, like user 1, 2, 3, or 4, are on the right squad. Moving on here to updated audio output settings for all Xbox consoles, and this is something I've been waiting for so long, and it has to do with being able to choose to mute your speaker audio when a headset is attached. That was one of the most annoying things for me on the Xbox console, was whenever I plugged in my headset, my TV speakers would still be blasting. I'd have my headset on and I wouldn't really hear it, and then eventually I'd hear kind of like an echo, and I realized I have to mute my speakers. I always wish that as soon as you put your headset in, it would automatically mute the TV audio, and that feature is finally coming. So very happy to see that. Moving on here to more accessibility feature tags. So as we know, they've previously added more tags to game so that you can quickly distinguish whether this is a game that has accessibility features, so you can experience it. And they're going to be adding more tags to that, so that there are a bunch more accessibility tags for people who have certain disabilities or want to make sure that the game that they are downloading, they'll actually be able to play it. The controllers are getting a very important firmware update, mostly for the older controllers. So updates are coming to the Xbox One controller, the Xbox Elite Wireless 2 controller, and the Xbox Adaptive controllers to get those next generation features that we have with the Xbox Series X and S controllers. Mainly the better cross-device connectivity. There is a feature on your Xbox Series controller where if you connect to your phone, you connect to your Xbox, you can easily switch between them by double tapping the connection button here, the Bluetooth connecting or whatever, the wireless connector button on your Xbox controller, and it'll switch between one or the other. But I don't believe that was available on the older generations of Xbox controllers, but it looks like that is coming. But then the biggest one of all here, and it's the dynamic latency input, which comes standard with your Xbox Series controllers, is now going to be added to the Xbox One controllers and the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. That's huge because it really gives you that full backwards compatibility with peripherals. That was one of the main complaints, I would say, with the backwards compatibility of Xbox controllers when the Series X and S launched, was that if you are using your Xbox One controller, you don't feel the same as if you're using the Series controller because of that dynamic latency input. It made a huge difference, and I feel like not a lot of people talked about that when it first came out, but it's great now that the Xbox One controllers are all going to have these features. And finally, move here to the Xbox app getting a bunch of additional things. So for example, link sharing. So you're going to be able to send a link to your friends of a video or of a picture. They can quickly open it and check out some of the great gameplay capture that you have. And they're going to be adding more features for trending content. So for gaming content on the Xbox app, see cool screenshots, you see cool videos, you can like it, share it, comment, all that kind of stuff. I think that's a great idea. I feel like they could turn the Xbox app into just a social media site for video games, in the sense that all your friends are just continuously talking and sharing their experiences with the games that they're playing, and just make it more robust, something that somebody wants to go on more so than, let's say, Twitter to look for gaming pictures, gaming videos, all that kind of stuff. And then finally, the last update is they are making it easier to understand the different tiers or the different memberships that are available with Xbox Game Pass. So that's going to be easier to find. I know for myself, it was kind of confusing. Like, can you get 1 year? Can you get 3 months? All that stuff. And you're going to have more access to just being able to easily see what are the benefits of signing up to Xbox Game Pass and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So that's all the updates. I think this is actually a pretty large update. There's lots of great stuff here. I'm happy with the backwards compatibility of the controllers, with the audio updates that are coming, with the accessibility features. A great update for November, on top of already just an amazing November for Xbox, Forza, Halo, the 20th anniversary, all the stuff that we're getting. It's been an awesome time for Xbox in the last month or two. And I mean, like I always say, this is just the beginning. It's going to continue to get better and better. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Are you going to be checking out Xbox Cloud Gaming on your consoles? And what do you think of the November update? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, you like what you saw throughout this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button and help this channel grow, help grow this community so we can have great conversations in the comments below. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video. We'll be right back.